CBS News White House correspondent Paula Reid joins me now. Paula, let's talk about this a little bit, how the White House is trying to frame last night's debate.
So far, the president has abstained from attacking any of the individual candidates on the stage, instead letting them attack one another. But he did go after one of the moderators of last night's debate. In a series of tweets, he attacked moderator Don Lemon. He called him, quote, the dumbest man on television. The president appeared frustrated that Lemon asked a question about whether the president is a racist. In these tweets, the president went on to say Lemon is, quote, too dumb, too stupid to understand that. Now, Lemon was the only black moderator of the three moderators for this debate. So the fact that the president is attacking him for asking a question that has led the news cycle for several days now by calling him dumb and stupid raises more questions about whether the president's rhetoric is designed to drive divisions between the races in the U.S. In fact, last night he was interviewed by C-SPAN, Alex, and he was asked about a Quinnipiac poll that said 80% of African Americans believe that his rhetoric is racist. He responded to that poll by blaming the media. He said the press doesn't put out enough of what he's accomplished for African Americans. He said they don't talk about criminal justice reform. But of course, we have covered criminal justice reform. He is specifically referring to the First Step Act, a law that he signed, but he didn't do that unilaterally. That law had overwhelming bipartisan support. This particular criminal justice reform initiative, this deals mostly with helping folks get jobs once they get out of prison. And most criminal justice reform experts say this bill just scratches the surface of all that needs to be done to remedy racial disparities in the criminal justice system.
Well, you mentioned race being a major topic, and it is also impeachment. And I understand that you have some new reporting from the White House on this.
That's right. I've spoken with several sources over the past few days about how the White House plans to handle the House Democrats' impeachment investigation. Now, they're not opening a formal inquiry, but they say they're going to investigate this issue. So far, the White House seems pretty confident. They believe that if Democrats don't go all in and open an impeachment inquiry, they're going to be able to successfully block any requests for documents or interviews the way they've done since Democrats took over the House and got this subpoena power. The White House has been pretty effective in denying many interview requests, blocking access to certain documents. But if Democrats were to open a formal impeachment inquiry, suddenly Democrats, the House, they unlock new powers, if you will, that make it a lot harder for the White House to deny these requests. But right now, they believe the Mueller hearing was a win for the White House, and they believe they'll be able to successfully thwart any impeachment investigation until, of course, the Democrats decide if they really want to pursue a formal impeachment inquiry, which, of course, comes with significant political risks ahead of 2020.
And Paula, before you go, I want to ask about this. North Korea fired 2 more missiles overnight. So last week, President Trump downplayed recent launches, saying his relationship with Chairman Kim is actually, quote, very good. Do these new launches affect talks, and what can we expect from the president now?
Well, so far, the president isn't saying anything, but this is the second missile launch since the president met with Kim Jong-un in the demilitarized zone last month to reinstate denuclearization talks. Last time they launched last week, the president tried to dismiss that launch based on size, saying, look, they haven't really launched any missiles except for these, quote, smaller ones. This time, all the White House will say is that they're aware of these reports. They're monitoring the situation. Just yesterday, before these missiles were really known to the public, the president did emphasize that he believes he has a really good relationship with Kim. And Alex, the president believes that by reopening talks with North Korea, establishing this relationship, this dialogue, he believes that's one of his major foreign policy accomplishments. He seems to have an infinite amount of patience for Mr. Kim, but these new launches, this will test just how much patience the president has for North Korea.
All right, Paula Reid, thank you so much.